Let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high. Perfect for a little fishing and romance. Oh yes.
Morning guys, it's October the 6th. I'm gonna do a little October the 6th 2025. I'm gonna do a little do a little spider rigging, or just put out some poles, minis on it, see if I can catch some. It's kind of a relaxing way to do it, not one of my favorite ways of catching crappie, but in specs, but just something to do. And there's a little bit of wind out there, so the place I was going to run to, I'm not going to go out and get beat up, so I'm just going to do a little mini and see how they do. So let's set them up and get them going, guys. Here's the helicopter, they're spraying over there. Well, I got the poles spread out, and I only put 6 poles out, and I stayed right there in the canal for a little bit and started catching them. I didn't get no good ones hardly today, guys, but I caught some numbers, but I just couldn't get in the bigger ones. And I didn't really. They're kind of moving out. They're trying, in the last couple times I've been down, there are not as many there as first time I was there, but. There's still a few there, but you got to work for them. The bait must have moved. They'll move with the bait. Wherever the bait goes, they'll follow it. But yeah, I was using minis this morning. I just, put some poles out with minis on. I use, 6-pound test line. I haven't had these poles out since last fall, I think. Last spring. So I got to replace some of the line on them. I mean, it's pretty bad, some of them. I'll tell you what's hard on it down here is the heat and the sun. The sun's hard on that line, and the heat, it's just, but yeah, they're swallowing it. That's not good either. But I caught some fish. I always, as long as I catch some fish, I'm a happy camper. And I did. I caught some. I just kept going back with them. The electronics kind of helped me out. If it wasn't for the electronics, I'd have probably been skunked this morning, guys. I just kept going back and forth in them. I measured a few of them, but I wasn't going to keep none anyway. It didn't make any difference. I wasn't going to keep any. And the ones that are borderline, they just, you don't want to keep those anyway. There's not a lot of meat on those. If they don't go up to almost 11 inches, there's not a lot of meat on a crappie. If it's not 11 inches, you get ones just 10 inches sometimes. They're skin, there's not much meat there. It's kind of a relaxing way to catch them, guys, right here. Yeah, I finally got into them there and was pulling them out. And, like I said, the spray over there got so bad, but I found some there, but didn't stay long after that. I moved out of there. I fished there a little bit, but the wind was blowing pretty good, so I could smell that. Smell them chemicals, what they're spraying over there and nuking the grass and stuff. And I don't know whether it's Agent Orange or Roundup or what, but boy, you could start. I started smelling it, and I thought, nah, I better get out of here. So I fished a little bit longer, but that's just not. I know I don't want to breathe that stuff, no matter how they say it's safe. That's what they said in Vietnam too about the Agent Orange. It melted the trees over there and killed the vegetation. So that won't hurt you. Well, yeah, you see what that happened to the veterans. I mean, killed. It's still killing. The Vietnam thing's still killing people. Yeah, I was jerking them in there, pretty good, and they were taking them minis down. Like I said, it's a good thing for the electronics, man, because there wasn't a lot of them. And it kept me in them. Electronics said Lawrence, live target. I could kept swinging back and forth and catching one here and there. But it's starting to peter out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was the first time. Like I said, I was down there, almost caught 200, and now I'm getting down where catching 20 or 25. But I had to move out of there. I mean, the daggone chemicals, I could smell them bad. So I thought, well, I don't know what there is for spraying or so I'm out of there. So I run on down to the Sportsman. Got down there to and the water kind of calmed down, the wind calmed down, and water, wasn't as rough. It was just a nice little ride down there this morning. And they got, they got white poles to mark your way down through there so you don't go over into to the rocks or the bottom. Just kind of follow them white poles, up and down. If you're going up to Force Island, you can go up right up there and just follow them poles. But the water's high enough now. It's up almost 14 foot, so it's pretty safe to run back and forth. And really, it was a kind of a cool morning, calm morning, and it wasn't 110 degrees like it usually is. And it was just a good morning to ride, take a boat ride. And I rode down there where I was catching them 4 days ago. I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and ride down there. If it gets rough, it gets rough, But it wasn't really that bad. I mean, you can see it's just a nice morning on the water, except for the sprayers. The sprayers were everywhere. Like there were 7 or 8 trucks up there back the sprayers in this morning. They do that on Monday because there's not a lot of boaters out on Monday morning, and they're trying to nuke everything they can before the snowbirds get here, I'd say. Because you definitely can smell that stuff. If you can smell it, you're breathing it. That's the bottom line. got down there, and I could smell it down there too. I don't know why, but this guy come up in the airboat and told me, not to, go around. But it's pretty hard not to because it's everywhere. I mean, the boats were everywhere. The helicopter was spraying. It's just sad.
Did anyone talk to you yet today?
Huh?
Did anyone talk to you about the treatment today?
No.
So you're aware up there they're doing an aerial treatment for all that big heavy grass that's out there?
In the back?
Out towards that way.
Yeah.
Doing all that thing a little bit over on this side as well.
Am I good right here?
You're good there.
Okay, I'm just gonna fiddle around here, then go.
You're perfect there.
Okay.
In case you wanted to get up in that grass, that's where this
No, I'm just gonna stay right around here in Sportsman for a little bit, and I'm gonna get out of here. A live target, but I had to adjust my lines because the wind started blowing a little bit and it was picking it up off the bottom. And once I adjusted it and brought it up to it was only about 3 foot down. There was only about 3, and then I started catching them. But yeah, and again, the live target helped me out there. Old pole benders, I mean, they were one of them minis. I mean, they were hitting pretty good, hitting it hard. But I went along the bank a little bit, and where I was catching them before, and I just could not pick them up along the bank. I had to I moved my live target around back and forth, and they were out in the middle of the daggone channel, so I had to stay out there. And which if I could get, if I could have stayed in there closer, it kind of cut the wind a little bit. But I had to stay out in the channel, and I was right in the wind, so it was hard to kind of maneuver the boat, you might say. But I still was able to put a couple more split shots on there to help hold it down, and I was able to pick up some fish. But they nuked everything down there, so I don't recommend you get down there fishing in the near future, because once they start killing that vegetation takes the oxygen out of the water. So and the fish just leave that area. So I wouldn't get down in there fishing. If I knew they was going to be doing that today, I wouldn't have been down there either. But I'd already drove down, so I just went ahead and put the poles out, caught a few fish. you.